Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, especially the ladies, welcome back to Suited and Booted. I'm your host, Jerome, and I'm joined by...
Lord Mahazi.
And GD, Gavin Denise.
Otherwise known as...
Gezim.
So, first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone for the support on the first episode. It's been heartwarming. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for the shares, the good comments and all that. And I think we got some pretty decent feedback. I can't lie.
Yes, we've got a lot of people saying they're going to tune into this episode, so we better put on a show for them.
Yeah. Got a lot of people.
I was thinking also, we got a great feedback and we didn't even get touched on anything we really wanted to talk about.
Nothing.
Yeah, let's get juicy.
Let's get juicy. So basically, I was at a girl's house last night.
No, you were... What
He
were
actually-
you doing
he actually
yesterday? Tell
was.
us about your morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Oh, guys watching at home and listening on Spotify, make sure you follow. I've had a horrific morning. Chelsea just lost the League Cup final. Haven't slept. I have insufferable rage syndrome. I just made that up now. And I'm fake smiling through it, boys.
Thanks for still coming in.
Oh, my pleasure, man. I love my job. But yeah, horrible morning. We lost to a team full of under 21 scousers with the front fringes like this. And we have an £1 billion team. So, great morning.
Looked like had a lot of chances, though. I only watched the highlights.
Oh, we did. We had so many. We should have put the game to bed. And then Poch decided to, for some reason, set up to go to penalties, even though we were in the ascendancy. So that's only 6 finals we've lost in a row. Let that sink in. 6 finals at Wembley.
What does it actually make you feel like? Because to be honest, I have not... because I have not ever... I don't know if I've ever followed a team to the point of it making me feel super upset. Like, actually genuinely upset. Maybe the Matildas.
Yeah.
But actually genuinely upset about the...
Audio good? Yeah. Sorry, Rash.
Yeah. Do you, like... Have you always been like this for Chelsea?
I'll give you I'll give you a few different instances. The first one was the first Champions League final. We lost. I was crying in my room. My mum had to
Actually crying?
Yeah, like into my pillow. Like when John Terry slipped. You know the one.
Oh, yeah.
My mum had to come console me because I was like beside myself. I was like maybe 2008. I was, 12, 13. And then there was another instance where we got robbed against Barcelona, the Drogba. It's a fucking disgrace.
Oh, yeah.
That one. I was shedding tears on that one.
Yep.
And then one time when we got knocked out by Inter Milan in the Champions League at school, I nearly ripped some kid's head off.
Why? What did you do?
He was saying, "Oh, you got knocked down." I was like, "You don't understand what it means to people." Like, so there was that. And as I've gotten older, obviously I don't cry anymore, but it is a rage that it's just a rage.
How
It's a
long will
rage.
you feel emotionally affected by it?
Depends on the scenario, but like
Today, I mean.
I'll be over it by tomorrow, sort of. But like today, I'm still pissed off. Yeah, like my brother put out a cracking tweet this morning. He said,
what did he say?
He said, to the 7-Eleven worker that I was just a bastard to, apologies, it was the starting 11.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
It's obviously sort of a joke, but like that's how... I'm not going to be rude to people off it, but like...
Well, how do you... Okay, so from me playing on the park, the experience of being on the park and then fans getting annoyed at stuff, right? So I've got the opposite side perspective.
Yes, you do.
What is your annoyance? Is your annoyance at any individual players? Is it you don't think that they actually are trying hard enough? Or what's from a fan's perspective of who are you angry at? Or are you just angry at the situation or like upset about the situation?
The older I get, the less I try to dig out players because like when I meet ex-pros like yourselves and I see some stuff, especially with the social media, like even with Dali Ali's interview and how he was going through a lot of horrible things and then people are commenting saying he's washed, he's finished, he's this, he's that. I try less to dig out players because they are just humans at the end of the day. But current Chelsea situation, I supported Poch, but now I think it's time for him to go. So I'm angry at him for yesterday's showing. The senior players, so like Sterling, I've always been angry at him. I don't think it's a lack of effort.
I've always been angry at him.
Yeah. Sterling just never did it for me. I don't think it's a lack of effort because like people like Gallagher, like that, they would die on the pitch in terms of effort. But it's just like you guys, like we're a £1 billion team and we're not putting away a bunch of kids. Like it's more as a collective. But my Chelsea experience went downhill the day that Russia did what they did. I don't even know if I can say Russia on here. If you know what I'm talking about.
Nah.
Tell
us.
Okay, I'm literally, they might take it off YouTube. What do you reckon, Noel? Yeah, so the red, white, and blue country
Yeah.
invaded the yellow and blue country.
That. Right.
Yeah.
But what's that got to do with Chelsea?
Well, our owner was red, white, and blue,
yeah.
and we got sanctioned, so we couldn't buy any players.
Because of that.
Yeah, bro.
Sorry, I'm not up to date with
Yeah.
the ins and outs of these kinds of things. No, I didn't know that.
So when me and my brother went to watch Chelsea last, the only way you could sell tickets to a game was hospitality. So we ended up paying like $400 each.
What do you mean
one
hospitality?
ticket? So like you go there, you get the bar, the drinks, the food, like hospitality ticket.
What?
Because you couldn't sell. Chelsea couldn't even open their mega store. We couldn't make money.
Wait, why is the English Premier League getting involved in political issues?
Because our previous owner was involved with the red, white, and blue government. He's a trillionaire, and he's been sanctioned because of his business dealings, I guess. So that screwed us up. He had to sell Chelsea, so now we're owned by those stupid Yanks, and they've done everything wrong. Everything.
But hold on. So when after he sold Chelsea, the sanction still remains, or no? Once he sold it, now.
Well, it's out of his hands now.
Yeah,
so
that's right. Okay.
the sanctions don't remain anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
But like last time I went to watch Chelsea live, we were in a sanction, and we couldn't couldn't do anything. Couldn't sell tickets. I don't think they were couldn't even sell food. Maybe I'm not too sure how it worked, but it was bad. Yeah.
Has anything happened like that around with the Israel-Palestine? Is there any connection to football teams? Anything happening like that from what you know?
No.
I've never heard of a football team getting involved in political issues like that.
Oh, bro, it happens. It happens. It just
that.
depends where. So for instance, I don't even know again if we're allowed to say those countries because everything these days, but certain clubs had the flags of certain countries at the games, and stewards were taking them off when it comes to this current conflict. But then when it was the Soviets, you're allowed to put it everywhere. You were allowed to put it everywhere. But now, if there is a Palestinian flag at these certain games, Liverpool, Celtic, whatever, they've been taken off fans because it might incite.
I suppose,
something.
that's going to incite violence.
But yeah, Rash, there's I think being a player, sometimes you're so focused on training, games and stuff that this outside, the amount of stuff that happens as a fan on the outside is just...
Well, it's funny, talking about the video, we were at your game the other day and we were talking about the Victory fans. I didn't even know all the different names of the
groups
different
and
groups
stuff.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You sort of seclude yourself away, I guess, as much as you possibly can.
Look, there are some players I know Arch and all that would know. There are some players that if they're cult heroes or something and they love getting amongst the fans, they'll know. But if you're just there to train, play hard, do your job, not piss anyone off, you're probably not going to know what's going on before the games and stuff. You're in a different world. No one's coming in and telling you, hey, did you see what the boys did? You got to worry. You got a big game on the weekend.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
Well, it's an interesting... I ask from the fan perspective, right? Because I see on Gavin's TikTok people getting at him saying about because they're currently losing.
Yep.
And fair enough. But I'm a big proponent for I feel like the fans should be able to say whatever they want. I actually think say whatever you want. That's fine.
Have
Any hatred, yell, scream, say whatever you want. Because that is the other side of the coin of support. That's atmosphere.
I think
Right.
also like what
Great
Rash
point.
goes to is like Thunder in the NPL has probably one of the best supports. Like going into the games and everything. The reason why I love it is because the ground is like completely full, you know?
It's actually pretty
And
good.
Is his mic close enough? Sorry.
It's on his lap.
Sorry. Is it picking up his audio?
and
Sorry, Gav.
and I think that's what's fun is that you go into games and you're like, okay, people are here, they're watching us.
Of course.
And there is certain clubs in the NPL that, you know, don't really have much of a backing.
Yep.
And there's no real feeling when you're going out and playing.
What was Avondale like? Not much?
Not much. Not much.
Sips mate. Well, I think that's fact. Like people
Yeah.
see the attendances and stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, even like I've only played against Preston in preseason games, but you know Preston are known for such big crowds, and you can see it, you know, on their reels and on the Insta and everything.
People in Macedonia stream Preston games.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
And I think like as a player, and I'm sure Rash can say this too, is like when you've got a big crowd behind you, it gets, you know, you get pumped. Either way, if it's away or home, like you want to put on a good performance.
Well, that's my point. With like, if you want your fans, if you want to have fans and them to be loud and intense and all that,
Yeah.
when you're doing well, well then the opposite side of that is they're gonna have a go at you when you do crap.
Well, we're
That's
here.
fine.
I might as well ask. I don't know. I didn't really have it planned to talk about today, but what's the worst abuse you've gotten as a player, and how did you deal with it?
Oh, it's an interesting question. Mine's probably pretty unique compared to a lot of people, because I think for the majority of people or players, the abuse that they've copped has been directly abuse,
Yep.
death threats, racism, whatever, and I got all that That's-
Online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was fine.
I'm sorry to cut you off. You had death threats, racism, and all of that in your DMs?
Yeah. And again, fine, no problem. I think it's fine, but the time that it actually got quite difficult for me was when they started. So there's a period where I had a really bad period where I'd like come off the bench, made a mistake, cost us a goal. Like we'd be drawing, cost us a goal off the bench. Then we were winning, cost us a goal, we draw. It was like 3 weeks in a row that it happened. And then after that, I started getting quite a bit of heat. But then after that period, there was a period where they would chant my name and like sort of support me and chant my name as a piss take. And
Right.
every time I would get the ball, even if I just pass it 5 meters, they'd be like, hey! Like, oh my God, he made a pass like 5 meters. That became actually quite difficult to deal with because I didn't know how to. If someone's saying you're crap, that's very easy to deal with. You just go, oh, ignore it, whatever. But if someone's chanting your name and then like, oh, can I get a photo and saying that kind of stuff, it's like, do you now take the photo? Do you ignore it? I don't know if they're being serious, or I don't know which one's being serious and which one's taking the piss. So it became so complicated for me.
That is so interesting because, and I'm not too sure what the scientific football term for it is, but there is, in this current generation of football fans, there is a weird turning point where it goes from hating a player and that hatred keeps going and going and going, and then it reaches this weird point of like, I don't like them, like I hate them so much that now I almost celebrate if they do something good. And it's like, do you actually like the player? They do it with Conor Gallagher a lot. And they do it with a lot of players that just, you know, haven't had a good time. I don't know what, I'm not wording this very good. But basically, it's Rashid's situation. It happens to so many players. So many players. Like Rasmus Højlund getting compared to the Sean Millis from Melbourne is a complete meme. Like, but both of them, especially Sean, try to make a career off of it. He embraced it to the point where he was getting opportunities and stuff from it.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, I'm not going to let people take the piss out of me 24/7, right? So that is just so interesting. That is so interesting. Like, you were on the fence whether to like embrace it or not, are you saying?
Because I could never tell which one was the one that was being serious and actually wanted a photo with me because they like me, or it was a person taking the piss. So I couldn't discern between the two. So I never knew what to do. But it came to the point where I was kind of like, again, I was just like, which is what I sort of said to talking to you yesterday. I was like, don't listen to good comments, don't listen to bad comments. That's it. It's as simple as that. Like that, and that's what I did later in my career, as I got older, and it became, because what happened was when I first came into Victory, I had a lot of people supporting me, a lot of people saying like, oh, this guy's great.
New kid on the block.
Yeah, and I would search my name on Google. I'd put myself in Twitter and Google. Everyone's saying good stuff, and I would get around it. I think that's mad. Everyone loves me, and then it turns, and if you're giving credence to their comments and thinking, oh, it's valuable to their opinion, well, now they hate you. Well, now what? So later, I realized, don't even listen to the good stuff. Just if you don't read it, if you don't look at it, it actually doesn't exist in your psyche. You know what I mean?
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, yeah, you don't know anymore. So it doesn't matter. I finish playing, that's it. I take my boots off, I go inside.
So you got to a point where you would completely stop looking at anything regarding your performances.
Online, yeah. Nothing. Zero.
So you would only just really listen to your coaches about the feedback.
Yeah. Coaches and teammates and maybe my family and actual friends. Yeah, but
it takes a lot of willpower to do that. Because like, I think the term is like, it's almost like a masochist. Like, some people actually like it gives them this weird feeling of like they feel like they have to do it. They have to go see all the bad stuff people saying about them.
Oh, I know. Well, I've been there, done that as well.
It's like, because I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to right now.
Yeah, and I don't know why you do that. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what, because you maybe, you know it's all going to be bad, but there might be some comments here and there that are backing you up and saying, no, actually, I think here's good. That's going to give you a little bit of dopamine. But
I think it's more on the side of like ripping the Band-Aid off. Like, come on, I want to see what they're actually really saying. Come on.
Right.
Because people have told me, oh, brother, don't go on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you say don't go through that door,
yeah,
you're not going to like what's on the other side.
Yeah,
For instance, I'm going to make this a really stupid like analogy here. People on Twitter have this thing like I beg you, don't open this photo.
Right.
And it'll be some massive cock doing something. But guess what? I open the photo every single time.
Yeah, for sure.
Every single time.
Yeah.
People quote tweet it and say, I beg you guys, do not look at the tweet before this. And it's some weird shit like...
All those voice messages on WhatsApp or whatever.
Yeah, or like, you know...
Yeah,
I think it's almost like that. Like, I know I shouldn't, but I need to see what's being said. I need to see what everyone's talking about.
But you know what? But the other side of it, like I'm saying, is not to give any value to other people's opinions, especially people that are outside, right?
Yeah. So good or bad. So you just stay
good
impartial.
or bad, right? But I'll give you an example of this, right? This is going to be interesting what your perspective is, Gav. So there was a game, this is when I was at Wanderers. It was a Socceroos game. I can't remember the player, but it was a centre back. He'd made a mistake and lost him the game or something. You may remember, I won't use names, but he had made a big mistake and cost him the game. And he came out after the game on the mic and whatever and apologised to all the fans. And I was in the changing rooms at Wanderers. I won't say a name, but it was one of the players that had the biggest careers in the dressing rooms. Mm-hmm. And when we saw that, he was walking around the changing rooms going, never apologise, never say sorry, never say sorry. What the fuck are you saying sorry for?
Really?
What are you saying sorry for? You put 100% effort, why are you apologising? And it was like this thing in my head, it was like, that's true. I put more effort into my football, I've sacrificed more things than any of you in the stadium. And then I'm the one that takes the risk, push myself on the park, and I put 100% effort, and I care more than you. I'm actually more upset. If I play badly, I make a mistake, I'm more upset than you. So then what am I apologising for?
So, do you think it has something to do with? Because I think that's really Rash. That's awesome, seriously. But I think there's two sides to it. Two sides of this coin are there's two types of apologies for me. There's one where it's more like I want to apologize to the fans that maybe have traveled cross country to get here and we just haven't turned up today. That's a little bit different to saying, I just want to apologize because I was absolutely crap today and I let everything in and I scored an own goal. I think, you know what I'm saying? There's like a little bit of a difference. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I just feel like...
Again, it comes back to effort. Have you gone out on that park and tried your absolute best? If you don't think so, then 100% apologize. If you think that you've done the wrong, like in terms of you didn't try, fair enough.
I think there's a difference between it wasn't our day and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's a difference between those two things.
And I think the point is like, it's like, if you're the player on the park and you make the mistake, you are 10 times more upset than anyone in the stands.
Of course.
So
I think I like, and I'm going to circle back to your initial point about fans are allowed to say whatever they want. So your mentality now to me is being painted as fans can say whatever they want, but I'm not saying sorry.
100%, yeah, 100%.
And I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah,
because
say whatever you want. But
you know deep down that you've worked hard and you've tried your best, but then the fans also spend their hard-earned money to come support you, and, you know, especially overseas. Like, it happens here as well, I guess, the distance derby. People from Wellington will travel to Perth to watch a dead rubber. It's happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's their hard-earned money. They might be giving up work. They might be giving up, you know, stuff that they could use that money on in other ways. Yeah. So, yeah, I get it. Fans are allowed to say what they want, but then on the flip side...
It comes into life, right? Like, it comes into the word sorry in general across in life, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you go on and you've tried your best for someone and it's not worked out, are you apologising? And I actually start to
stop apologising to you girls.
I started to focus on this word, like, what am I saying sorry for? When I've done my best in it, whatever it is. Let's say you're playing in a game, you make a mistake, you lose the ball, and you say sorry. But it's like you're going to get the ball again, and you're going to make another mistake.
Yeah,
so
I think the main thing also is like the intention. You know, if your intention is right and your idea or like what the coach asks you to do, you're trying to put in practice, and it doesn't come off. Okay, you can't be sorry for that because that's what you as a player is asked to do, and you're trying to perform something that they have asked you to do.
I don't think you can be sorry for it, but if it constantly happens, you're going to have to deal with the fact that you're not performing to the levels that you should be, and then you are open to criticism from the fans, the coaches, the players. But I get you.
Yeah.
But so are you guys taking it as far as not doing the whole, like on the pitch?
Like, okay, one of the
like,
big,
my bad.
So one of the big things for me when I was playing or training, right? If I tackled someone real hard and they were hurt, I wouldn't go say sorry to them.
Really?
No. Because I'm like, next time you get the ball, I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to keep saying sorry.
Yeah, but are you... is that because you know your intention is to win the ball cleanly?
I'm saying, let's say I win the ball cleanly.
Yeah.
And they get hurt.
So you don't go check
on them?
I'm
not going to go say sorry, no.
Not
even going to go check on them.
Why?
And that's not because I'm like... I'm gonna do it again. I'm not. I'm not sorry.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry. Like okay. The start of this word, sorry, started to come into my attention when I watched the Amy Winehouse documentary.
Yeah, good
right?
one.
And she's going through all her stuff, and she secludes herself in some island somewhere, and these fans find her. Somehow the dad tips them off or whatever, and the fans find her. And they come up to her and they're like, "Oh, can we get a photo? Can we get a photo?" And she goes, "Yeah, go on then, go on." You know, she is.
Yeah.
And they go, sorry about this. And she goes, "We're not sorry. Otherwise, you wouldn't ask." I'm like, that's true.
Damn.
Either you're sorry or not, attacked. or don't ask. You know what I mean?
I think it's interesting coming from your perspective, but I think it's just a nice way of for fans or whatever to get what they want, really, especially with the Amy Winehouse situation. Because you could come up and say, hey, I need a photo right now. I'm your biggest fan. I need a photo right now. And then that person might look at you and say, you don't need shit.
But that moment, you kind of do.
Yeah, but in that moment, you kind of do. Like, I'm never going to see you again.
Yeah.
So then they soften it. They butter it up. They sugarcoat it by saying, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but that's why they do it. But I understand your logic. And
the problem is you're going to do it again.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, okay, I make a mistake in this game, lose the ball, we cop a goal. I come, I say sorry. And then I'm gonna do it again. Like, you're a human being, you're going to make mistakes in the game. Every time you make a mistake, you're going to say sorry.
Yeah. So
like, where does it end?
So when you cheat on a girl constantly, you just keep saying sorry. You're going to do it again.
That's what exactly, bro. It's exactly.
There's no cheaters in this game, by the way.
That's different though. But like, if you are going to do it again,
don't say
you
sorry.
just keep saying sorry.
Just
Like,
say
what?
whoops.
That's the other side of it. It's like the fans don't care that you're saying sorry.
Yeah.
That's the other side. It's like, sorry.
Rash.
I don't give a shit, man. You lost us the game. You're an idiot. You're a piece of whatever.
Okay.
I don't care if you say sorry.
Perfect point.
Yeah.
Wow. You're on fire today. You're on fire today. Perfect point. Every single time we lose, Chelsea, a few players will put an automated response out about how they need to do better.
Yeah, that's garbage,
ChatGPT.
bro.
Right? ChatGPT
Garbage,
or their social media manager will put something out, and Poch will come out and say, sorry to the fans, we weren't good enough today. All the diehard Chelsea fans I follow on Twitter will say the same thing underneath every post. Go get fucked.
Yeah, that's the point. Action, not words.
Yeah.
Action.
Don't show us another video of you scoring top bins in training. Get fucked. Get results.
Yeah.
No, that's
they
crazy.
don't care, bro.
They don't care. Apologies don't do nothing.
That's the apology is for the player. When I say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying it for me.
Yeah.
Not for the fans.
Yeah.
You masquerade as though you're this nice person trying to, sorry for you. You're not. You're saying sorry because you don't want them to hate you. It's got nothing to do with them. You know what I mean?
Hey, no. Next time I play fives, I'm not apologising for shit. I don't care if I sky a shot. I tried to score it.
Do it again.
I'm going to do it again. Oh, I cleaned you up. I'm going to do it again. That's why I don't check on half the boys when they, I'm going to do it again. I don't care if you're my friend.
Yeah, don't say sorry if you beat them.
Yeah.
Actually, going back to this, right? The other day, I don't know if you had this, Rash. So we're walking out. We always line up, before
Where?
the game.
Oh,
before the game.
yeah.
You line up, you both teams, and then you shake hands. I never do this. Why do the other players say all the best or have a good game?
bro.
Like, why are you wishing
I
me
never
all
say
the
that
best?
to them either.
Yeah.
What do you say? I'm going to kill you.
Nothing. Shake their
Yeah,
hand.
like the other day I had that thought while we were shaking hands like before the game, and the boys were going, "Oh, all the best, all the best, all the best," and I'm thinking, why are we wishing them all the best? Like going back to this, why would you wish someone all the best if you want to win against them?
All right, Gav, next game you need to do, I'm going to 2-foot you.
Yeah.
Which you do it anyway.
Most people just say things. They don't even
Without
think about
thoughts,
what
yes.
the words are that's coming out
Yeah.
of their mouth. They just go, oh, all the best. What?
I like GG.
Okay, what about after a game? Will you, if someone's dominated and they've played you off the park, will you go up and say, you know what, man, you were top today?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
fine, yeah,
if
100%.
if there's a player that I actually like on the other team, I'll always go up to him and be like, lad, you killed it, man. Like, you did really well today. Because as a footballer, you appreciate when there's another footballer that
Does their thing.
that shows up.
I think it comes down to the type of person you are, the mentality. It comes down to the era. It comes down to where you're playing, how important the game is. Because really, obviously, we've spoken about this 1,000 times and everyone's said it. Football's changed. The tunnels aren't like they used to be when it was Man United and Arsenal, Roy Keane and Vieira. They wanted to kill each other. Now it doesn't happen as much because it's just not a part of the game as much anymore. Like these boys are like England teammates. they're gonna have a chat after the game, even before the game in the tunnel. They're gonna be laughing with each other. It's different. It just depends on what type of player you are? Because I'm sure there's players out there that will be laughing and smiling and all the best, and then they'll go out there and murder you. But I understand the whole intention thing, saying words with intention. Rash, I would have hated to play against you. You're not going to tell me all the best. You're going to
Gavin's one.
You're going to toot for me. Nah, but you came, I'm just going to shake your hand.
Yeah.
With a grip as well. You're gonna really...
I don't know, man. I just feel like just be genuine. That's all. It's just like be genuine. Even I put this TikTok up the other day that it didn't get enough credit for what it is. Bench players, when a player in your position is doing well, or you score and you pretend you celebrate like you're happy, you're all liars, all of you. If you're not on the park, unless it's a final, you want your team to do badly so you can play.
Are you speaking on your behalf or on everyone's behalf?
Telling you, everyone.
Every
Soccer
footballer.
players are selfish. Soccer players are competitive
know.
and selfish.
Cold. They're cold too.
And this is actually something, it takes us to another topic, but it's like, it seems as though AFL players are more about the team, genuinely about the team.
Yeah,
Soccer
Aussie
players
team.
are for themselves.
Because Aussie are team spirit battlers, do everything by the book.
Yeah, yeah.
Aussies love doing shit by the book. Yeah. They love just being, you know what,
Yeah.
mate, fair play to the... Like, they'll win a grand final. The first thing they'll say, can I just first of all congratulate the Collingwood Magpies on an absolutely terrific 2023 season. You guys have been absolutely outstanding. To the players and the staff, I wish you guys the best for the future. They love that. They absolutely... And then they'll say...
Man, this guy's loading me up with mutton. Man, I'm going to have a...
It would be like, oh, I forgot. But it would be like, yeah, we did all right. Like, we just won the final, but we did all right.
Yeah. Credit to the boys for getting over the line today.
I'll give you another one. And this is another one. I'm dropping
You're
bombs
dropping
here today.
gems
I'm dropping
today.
bombs, right? Okay. Players after the game, and this is partly why the A-League gets no support, because we've got no personalities and no honesty and no authentic...
Hold on, I got to push back.
Sorry, hold on.
This is the point of the pod. I got to push back on you.
Yeah.
You said no personalities.
Yeah.
Do you mean currently?
Now. Yeah.
Okay, because they're
No. Yeah, it used to be.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I just wanted to
fair
double
enough.
check.
Yeah.
Because we had players like Bess and Arch
Yeah.
and Harry and
Yeah.
John Aloisi. I hated
Yeah.
John Aloisi. What a legend, but as a Victory fan, I hated him anyway. Continue.
Well, to be honest, football's sort of going this way in general. It's not
It
just
is,
the A-League.
of course.
It's in general.
Yes.
But media training is complete garbage. Media training. Don't say anything wrong. Don't tell anyone who you are or what you actually think. Just sort of goes through interviews so you don't say anything wrong ever, right? Okay, I score 3 goals and then I get interviewed after the game and I got 3 goals. Yeah, that's good, but it's more about the 3 points. It's more about the team. No, it's not. At the moment you're thinking I'm the man.
Yeah.
Say that. Say what you actually think.
Did you ever get to say what you thought?
I didn't get that many interviews, man. I didn't score many hat-tricks.
Hey, man, not everyone has an A-League goal. But in saying that, I feel like the players deal with so much that maybe their thought process is, let me just dodge another bullet here and just get this out of the way. Because, I know for a fact, no one can fool me. No, I know for a fact that players hate doing media. I don't care if you look.
Of course.
I don't care if you look like you enjoy it.
Yeah.
They hate doing media. I've got insight, not only from Rash, but I've seen it at certain places. They hate doing media. So they probably just want it short, sharp, clean, get it out of the way. But I do really respect the characters that are left in the game, especially Erling Haaland. I feel like he's last of a dying breed when it comes to personalities and saying what they think.
Well, that's why Argentinians love Maradona more than Messi, is because he was someone. Which I love Messi, don't get me wrong, I'm the biggest Messi fan around. And I actually think, I don't know, as a footballer, maybe he's better. Sorry. Maybe. I'm not sure. But
He's better.
But in terms of Argentinians, like what they, as in love, they love Maradona because
And even the personality, yeah.
Well, he
That's-
Of
embodies.
Argentinians, yeah.
Thank you. He embodies the
That's why.
Argentinian
Yeah.
spirit.
Yeah.
Messi is a mute.
Yeah. Until they started loving him when he said "Que mira ball."
Yeah.
As soon as that was like
And
the
you
time.
see
where it
you
started.
see him when Argentina, like the last World Cup, and Messi starts to come out of his shell
Yeah.
and like starts really becoming really Argentine. Is when people really jump on board, you know.
When he did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that's what they want, you know. That's what they want.
Like, think about Dana White, one of the smartest businessmen in the world, right?
Mm.
The whole UFC, the way it's like, the reason the UFC does so well is because the way they build up the people,
Yeah.
the way they build up the characters.
Yeah.
It's not just winning, losing, it's the personality. I suppose it's 1v1 sport, but like, you're not getting that kind of, you don't watch the tennis and go, oh my God, it's that personality versus that personality, because they got no personalities.
Well, who is the main one in tennis with the biggest personality?
Kyrgios.
Oh, Nick Kyrgios,
There we go.
you yeah. And
We all love him. Why?
No. We don't all love him.
Well, you know what
No,
I mean.
I
Like
love
you're
that.
watching,
I love that
you're
he's the
watching
only
his
one that's
stuff.
authentic.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
he says what he thinks. He is
Yeah.
who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But I was going to bring up a good point. Well, regarding Rash's. Can I say I'm about to bring up a good point? I don't know if you can do that. UFC post-fight interviews are the best because they swear and they say, "I'm going to kill you." I know it's a combat sport or whatever, but I feel like, and I'm not even a fan of UFC. I really don't care about it, but I feel like a lot of other sports, basketball sometimes dabbles into the whole braggadocious shit talking, which is cool. Football has just completely stopped. The extent it goes to these days is Neil Maupay doing the James Madison celebration and then them going back and forth saying, I scored more goals than you. But that was nothing compared to what people do. Like people in other sports, it just depends on, these players are controlled robots, man.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
It even shows out on the pitch.
Yeah,
with
100%.
like systems and all that. And I'm not fully across all of that tactical crap, but like that's just how it is, man. And but we do respect, I guess, the guys that are out there still being themselves. But sometimes being yourself gets you in hot water. And these guys just want to get their bread and just move on, man. Like, they don't want to be embroiled in all this stuff.
That's true. That's fair enough. They're entitled to that.
That's just what I think the other
that's
side
what-
of it is.
Well, that's what it is. And
Yeah.
that's fair enough if they want to do that.
But it's
Incredible.
like, for example, Bex, right? If he never put himself out there, obviously, great looking bloke, he was always going to get gigs. But because he put himself out there, now look at him. Like, he's got a total life after football.
Yeah.
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 Because he put himself out there and, like, just changed the picture a little bit of what football was.
It's interesting, man.
I guess it's just like, for me.
Like,
I
even
always-
for UFC, McGregor, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's got his own empire now.
Proper 12. Proper 12. He's a crap fighter now as well. So he's just, I think he is. I don't know. I don't really follow that much.
He's living off his personality.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. Like, I just have this. I guess I've just got an obsession with honesty, and I don't know why. I have this, like, my top number one value at the top of my hierarchy is honesty, and I don't know why it's like that, but it obviously that feeds into everything that we're talking about.
I think
at
that
the
and
moment.
just being direct. Like, if you want something, just say it.
I'm going to be honest. I probably abused you once or twice then.
You probably did.
I probably did, but I never did
That's
I
fine,
never
though.
did the way thing.
That's fine.
That
brother.
was a bit too.
Like, if you want to see a girl, what's your first thing? And being as honest as possible.
Oh, yeah. I've told you my rule.
What's the rule?
From the second I say, hey, don't want to waste your time, not looking for anything serious.
What?
That's honesty.
Well, but why
So
are you
I just
not
want a
looking for anything serious?
I just want a situation
Because I'm
ship.
not.
Ever?
Brother, I'm going to Rio.
So it's situation ship always.
Nah, it's not that.
looking
I'm
for-
joking. I'm joking.
I'm looking for a wife, man.
I'm joking. If the right thing comes along, obviously, of course.
Okay,
But
so
right
you've
now,
never
I'm chilling.
Jerome, you've never met her before? Because I have like my go-to. You've never met her before. You want to see her.
What do you mean you go to? What does that mean?
Like my go-to line.
He's lying.
Yeah.
I thought he was
What
going to
is
say
it?
go to girl.
It's hi. I'm taking you for dinner. And then I'll put the date and time.
Oh, you're like that. What's his name?
You're revealing. Oh,
What's
if
his
they're
name?
listening to this
That's right.
and they know you're copying and pasting.
No, it's not a copy and paste. It's a little sprinkle on each one. Everyone's different, right?
You just said I've got my go-to. That
My
sounds
go-to.
like copy and paste.
No,
You're backing him into the corner.
it's direct and honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because then you get to know them on the date. There's no.
Hey,
Yeah.
if
That's
you
know?
guys want to see how honest Rash is, read his TikTok comments. I'm the type of person, and I think I get this from my dad. Shout out my old man. We don't mean it maliciously, but if I don't know something, I'm going to low-key lie and act like I do just to keep this convo going, or just to act like I'm invested in what you're saying. I do it. Like, there's a lot of times where, and it's a weird habit, there's a lot of times where people be like, oh, you remember that episode of The Simpsons, 542, and Cletus goes into the, he goes into, and I'm like, yeah, I remember that. But you, and I respect it, you will straight out say, no, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I don't do that all the time, but your Instagram comments are the best because you could act like you know what this slang means, but you don't.
What about? Okay.
You'd be like, what does this mean?
What about tacit approval? Right? You know what that is?
Huh?
Tacit approval.
Tacit?
Yeah.
I've never
So
heard of that.
So let's say.
Actually, yeah, I've heard of that.
Let's say someone's. Let's say someone's telling a story and you know they're lying. Do you tell them, or do you just go, that's mad?
Oh,
Tacit approval is like,
do you know what I did this morning?
Anything.
Do you know what I did this morning?
What?
I asked one of my mates for how his weekend went. He told me. I got the other mate in the group. I did the merge call. I said, hey, bro, how was your weekend? Acting like I didn't know. They told me slightly different stories.
Yeah, see.
And I was like, I said, brother, I know the story. I just wanted to see how you would spin it.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's called tacit approval, is it?
Well, I'm not sure if that's the same thing, is it?
No, it's actually not. I don't know what I'm talking about. My head's gone. Chelsea lost. But similar in the sense of like, I do...
Tacit approval, sorry to cut you off, but
No,
tacit approval is basically you know someone's lying, and by not saying something, you approve the lie.
Oh.
By not saying no,
accessory to
that's
murder.
not true. You're lying.
Accessory to murder.
Yeah, accessory to murder.
Damn, I got to stop tacit approving.
Yeah.
Sorry, all you girls out there that I've tacit approved. When you said, no, I've never spoken to him. Yeah. Tacit approved. If we named our episodes this would be called Tacit Approved.
Yeah.
How did we get to tacit approval?
Yeah, I don't know. We went off the tangent.
Incredible insight though, man. I'm going to have a long day making snippets out of those. You just gave me like 10. That was awesome. So I was meant to do this at the start of the episode, right? But two very important things that happened this week. The first being that Rashid Mahazi, aka Lord Mahazi, became the first ever ex-pro footballer to eat his meal prep at a game and be caught on camera.
It wasn't a meal prep. I got it from Kokoro.
What day was that, Rash?
It was Tuesday, wasn't it? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? When
What game
the
was
victory
it? Tuesday.
Midweek game.
What did you do after the game?
Went home and went to sleep. I think.
Hopefully.
Midweek, I'm in bed
Hey,
early.
yeah,
Get
actually,
up.
I feel like I could tacit approve right now.
Wait, hold on.
I remember
Wait, what did I do?
it was either Tuesday or Wednesday.
No.
We lost Rashid for 2 days. Remember? We lost Rashid for 2 days.
We did.
No.
I called you.
I'm not going to tacit
Rash,
approve.
what are you doing? Just on Chapel.
Oh, that was before the game.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I'm glad
Okay.
you pulled me up though, and I don't want the tacit approval. Pull me up.
I thought
the game, I went home and went to
I
sleep.
remember there was 2 days in a row that was you were doing a small dins. We haven't released the small dins information.
2 in a
but-
row.
Bro, 2 days we lost ya. Me and Jerome will calling ya post pod.
How about when we lost Jerome?
We lost him last
For a
night.
day, I genuinely
yeah.
sent him a message at 12 o'clock. Hey, bro, are you okay? And he's like, man, I'm just playing
We
five
finished our first ever pod and we lost
you know
Jerome.
why? I felt bad after my response. I was like, I sounded like a smart ass. Usually I reply within... Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
Oi.
With these guys, I reply within seconds.
With people I like, I reply within 5 seconds.
Right? Because, and I always say, I'm such a bad replier. But if it's important, I'm replying. I'm sorry. So I usually do. But then I went off my phone. Guys, by the way, shout out TDE. We're actually in their studio, if you haven't noticed. Shout out Nor behind the camera. But after fives, we like our 4 or 5 hour convo at Outlook Drive. right? Where we just speak about everything
I
under
did
the
see
sun.
that 2 a.m. You guys were in the on the cars,
Right?
yeah.
Not doing anything wrong, just absolute shit talking.
but not replying.
Yeah, but like when I'm at, so we play
Nah,
fives,
Fair enough.
and then after that, there was a TikTok about it. The post-football talk with the boys is one of the best times of the week.
Had a lot of them.
It's awesome. You've got your slides on, but you still might have your kid on.
Yeah.
You're all beaten up. You got your little drink. Oh, you get
Having
a
a
feed.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
The amount of players that have stopped playing, retired, and when you ask them what's the thing you miss the most, they say changing rooms,
The camaraderie.
talks.
Yeah.
In Arj, so many of those, hey. Remember we went and we played the little 5v5s?
Oh yeah.
And then you have the Coca-Cola after.
Just cook them.
The pizza. You have the asado, the chats.
Yeah, it's good, man.
That's the best part of it. But
That's football.
so you were with who at the game?
I was sitting next to Fahid,
Fahid.
and then he abused me for about 10 minutes after, saying, "Looks, it's so unprofessional, bro."
That you were eating at a game.
Yeah, but I had brought it in from outside. I actually don't know if that's allowed. As far as I know, that's allowed.
You know what?
He's like, "You're not allowed to do that."
Okay, let me say something.
even
Wait,
know.
how did you microwave it?
No, I got it from Kokoro, cooked.
Oh.
It wasn't my meal. I didn't bring my meal
Oh, I
prep.
thought you
Sorry,
brought your
bro.
meal prep
No,
because that's
he
what it
said
looked
that.
like
It looked like you had a
on the
Tupperware.
TV.
Yeah.
And it was a big bite, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh yeah. You got a big bite of it.
And you were getting flogged after.
Even what's it called? Apparently, some of the players on the field during the game, they were like messaging Fahid after, "Bro, what was Rashid doing? Why was he?" They saw it on the field.
First of all, you're a lord.
That's
Second
true,
of all,
Lord
tell them to
Mahajan.
mind their business. A lord does what he wants. You played enough games for them. You can do what you want. You really should be one of the sweets.
Well, I just don't understand what's wrong with it. Why is everyone going, "I've seen you on the camera eating your food"?
You know why?
It's a basic human behavior to eat food.
Because every time people see ex-players, especially ones that have played at the club, they're usually in a suit or something, or they're sitting
Yeah,
next to
that's
someone
true.
important.
That's true.
You were just being a general bloke, just tucking into your food.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know, maybe that's why it threw people off, but it was funny. I can't lie, it was funny. I am scared of Fahid, so I'm not saying anything. But first of all, on that food at Amy Park thing, well, when you charge $20 for a hot dog and chips,
Oh yeah,
yeah, people are going to bring in food.
yeah.
And screw that Amy Park security guard who didn't let me film out the front. I was just trying to get content, bro. Anyway, that's for another time. Right, you know who you are.
He's got all these little wars going on with these random people around Melbourne.
I do. We have war. I have little wars going on with everyone. I'm like Genghis Khan. We're at 50 minutes already. That's absolutely
Really?
flown.
Jesus.
But there are a few little more things I want to get into. Tuck in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to explain to you right now. I'm going to explain to you right now how you go about trying to get an international cap. Okay? Because the man to my right, GD, this week has been in talks with the Sri Lankan national team to try to get a cap. Gavin, how did you go about getting a cap or trying to get a cap for the Sri Lankan national football team? Tell us the story.
So we're close. We are very close. It's not over the line just yet.
Okay.
But I did get my agent to my left help me out a little. The two agents.
It's all rash. It wasn't me.
We're on Facebook. And Jack, is
Ingot.
it Jack Ingot?
Jack Hingett.
You better know
That
his
is
name,
from-
man. He's helping you get a cat. Sri Lanka, for the love of God.
Jack Hingett.
What do you say, Jay?
What else?
Ringgit.
What did I say to you? How do I spell it?
You said Jack Hingett to me. I said, yeah, close.
Yeah.
He's here, so I'll leave him.
Anyway, he could be my teammate soon.
Yeah, you got to watch out.
Yeah. I was on Facebook, saw he got a call up because there's a game in about a month's time. Mm-hmm. My grandpa was a Dutch burger,
Right.
Sri Lankan.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Dutch burger. That's where Denise comes from.
What does Dutch burger mean?
Okay, not like an actual hamburger. It's like Berger, I think. It is the
Bro, I thought he was saying his uncle's name was Dutch Burger.
Are the rumors about footballers true? How they're airheads? I think it might be true, bro. Like, besides Petr Cech, I think they're all airheads.
You should be Dutch Burger, bro. Not Gezim.
Dutch burger.
You look
Gav
like
Dutch
a Dutch
Burger.
Burger.
Yeah,
man.
you look like a Flying Dutchman. So,
Okay, sorry, yeah, go on.
so Dutch Burger, I believe, is Sri Lankan of Dutch or
Portuguese.
Portuguese descent.
Yeah.
Right,
So Anglo-Sri Lankan.
right.
Yeah. Anyway, my grandpa was from there, born and raised, came to Australia when he was 17. And my dad's obviously half Sri Lankan. And I needed a birth certificate of my grandpa and my father's. So I got them too.
Wait, reverse. You were on the phone to me?
Okay, yeah. So I've contacted Rash that knows Jack.
Yes.
We've got the team manager of Sri Lanka in the WhatsApp. They're interested of getting me over there.
What did you say to them in the first message?
I said, I've been in contact with Jack.
Yep.
He's given me your number.
Yep.
I'm however much Sri Lankan I am.
I'm 2% Sri Lankan.
Yeah. How do I get a passport? And they said, we need the birth certificate and to prove that your grandpa is from Sri Lanka. And I said, he's Dutch Burger. And they said, all right, well, we need the birth certificate. So it's currently in immigration in Sri Lanka to seeing if we can get it over the line.
Let's get it over the line, Sri Lanka.
What, before this game?
Yes, in a month's time.
Oh, man.
They are versing the powerhouses of Papua New Guinea.
We need to get this.
We need it. We need it.
Needs to
Imagine. That.
Yeah, make it happen. What's his name? Horan, wasn't it? Something like that.
You need to start learning the names of people.
The team manager.
Yeah.
Wasn't it,
it was
Horan?
some- yeah, it
was
was
it?
something like that.
It was right.
Yeah.
Big boss Horan.
Come on,
Listen,
man,
man,
make it happen.
we have to get Gavin at least one international cap. Now, not saying you're a bad player, Gav. San Marino are the worst ranked team in the world at 210. Sri Lanka are 204.
There is a chance.
There is a chance GD could be anchoring that Sri Lankan midfield against the Giants of Papua New Guinea
With Jack.
with Jack. Is Jack a centre midfielder?
We're going to have to
I think
do something
he'll
for
probably
Jack.
play as a 10 for them.
He'll probably play.
We have to do something for Jack if we get this over the line.
Oh, you need to buy Jack like a hamper or something, or I don't know, whatever Jack likes. But
What's
yeah,
his name?
Jack Hinge? Yeah.
close. That's how he's going to remember it. Because Hinge.
No, what did I
anything
ask you? I said, how's it spelled?
Come on,
Hinge,
bro.
like the app? And
is
then...
Hinge RT.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wow.
Did you know that?
What?
That's how it's spelled?
Yeah, Hingit.
Right.
Look, if he can just, it's word. What's it called?
Word association.
Word association.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, if you guys play at a decent level and you've got a ancestry with a country that might be easy to get into in terms of footballing ability, check your DNA, get the passports, and it's that easy. Just DM a few people.
Yeah.
Someone knows someone, and you could get an international cap. That'll raise the value of Gavin.
Then
I don't know how much you'll raise it, but yeah.
Doesn't matter.
should do.
Doesn't matter. Do you want to quickly touch on Kenya?
Nah.
Never mind. I'll speak about my experiences. I've never been caught up for Italy or Lebanon, so I don't know if you guys want to come watch me play football
To be fair, I still get random messages
from
from
Kenyan
the
people.
Kenyan national team, but I never know whether it's just a
Wanna
Kenyan
come
guy
back?
or if it's the
Want to
real
play
deal.
again? Wow. So, yeah, look, I need to say that I'm mates with an international footballer. And honestly, I can't lie. If you do get the chance to go over to Columbo and be a part of the training camp and all that, we have to go. I don't know how. Even if we go
I'll
for
come,
like,
for sure.
we just
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
we have to go.
Such a unique place.
Everyone will be speaking in, is it Tamil? They speak, and you're going to have no idea what anyone's saying. So you're going to have fun there. But
What's it called if you speak 4 languages?
Polyglot?
Polyglot.
It's polyglot, yeah.
If you get that,
You need to get
I
that.
don't even know how to say that.
Okay. We need to take you to a speech therapist. I think.
Therapist.
I think I'll find one for you. But if you become a polyglot, you already know 3 languages.
Polyglot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah, that's it. Polyglot.
Do you know anyone outside of your family that's Sri Lankan?
Well, just my pa was. That's it.
You who?
My pa. Grandpa.
Dutch burger.
Dutch burger.
So what's in a Dutch burger?
Yeah, we should find a Dutch. Go to a Dutch restaurant.
I've been to
Yeah?
the Netherlands. Didn't see any burgers there. But this is the worst. These are the worst jokes in history. I think it's time to wrap. Yeah, so like I said, guys, follow Gav's journey. Foraying into the world of international.
Follow Jab's gurney.
Yeah, man, I'm gone. I haven't
He's lost
slept.
it.
I have not
Chelsea,
slept.
sir.
I'm fake
Chelsea,
smiling,
man. You're ruining him, Chelsea.
Literally, guys, please just stop. Or else I'm going to end up in some bad places. Please, I'm already there. Follow Gav's journey, foraying into the world of international football. Rockstar shit, bro.
That would be elite.
Honestly, please.
If we can get it over, that'd be so
Let's
cool.
get it over the line, man. I'm sorry, Thunder. You might have to take a week or 2 off. We're in the big
We'll go
boy
express.
stuff now.
We'll go express.
Express?
Yeah.
So up and back.
Up and back.
Yeah, you're going to have to. Is there anything else you boys want to sort of shout out or plug or anything like that?
No.
No, you're all good.
Watch the video.
I think,
Subscribe.
guys, please.
Comment.
It helps us with the algorithms and stuff. I know I sound like a broken record player already, and I know there's a billion other podcasts out there, but the insights we got today, again, we're just warming up. We didn't even say any
I know.
stories today.
It was crazy.
We were meant to speak about that story.
Oh,
I had so many, and this is the beauty
Sorry,
of the
I
pod.
pulled you away.
No. I had so
I'm not
many.
sorry.
No, you're not sorry. Never apologize. I'm never going to apologize again for anything in my life. My mum. Yes, I still live at home. My mum. Jerome, why have you left their plate? I'm not going to apologize. I didn't mean to leave it there. It just happened to get there. You do it. I tried my best.
No.
Jokes aside, guys. Follow on everything. The name is the same on every platform. It's Suited and Booted TV. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify. Follow, like on everything, subscribe. And yeah, guys, keep it going. Send in your questions. Send in your dilemmas, your football dilemmas. We have 2 experts here and myself. And we can get it going. Any other announcements that we need to make? I think that's it, guys. You know what? Just one more thing.
Yeah.
I've been just wanting to pod all week.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I
We
feel
need
like
2 or 3 a week.
Literally.
the stories have been rolling in, especially in the DMs, but
The fact that we
They'll
didn't
come.
speak about anything we
I know.
planned to
even last week.
is like, and then you know what will happen tomorrow. I'll get a call off one of you. Something will happen, and then that'd be good for the pod. That'd be good for now, guys. We're doing 1 a week. That's what we can do. But hopefully in the future we can bring out some extra content if you guys want to pay. That is.
And you know what? The questions. We got to get the questions going.
Yes.
So maybe follow Jerome's Twitter?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Or do we have a Twitter?
No, but
So that we can get some questions in so we can answer
we're
what
going
the
to
people
get a
want to
question.
know.
But guys, as for now, I think the central place, the easy place to do it is the Instagram. Just DM us.
Yeah, DM.
DM us any question you guys want, and we'll answer anything, and we're not going to be sorry for anything that we say. So please, no tacit approvals. I think that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let's give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Another fabulous episode. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Suited and Booted.